blog entry 96. So in this blog entry, it's from January 3rd of 2023. Yeah. Yesterday I followed the angel's suggestion and bought some orange clothing. They told me it would go better than I expected, and they were right. It felt surprisingly natural and peaceful to wear the simple orange sweatshirt I found at Walmart for just $12. There was a softness to it, both physically and energetically. Something about putting it on felt symbolic, like stepping more fully into the path of spiritual focus and in simplicity. In many traditions, orange symbolizes renunciation, a letting go of worldly attachments, of the need to chase external fulfillment. But this act didn't feel like giving something up. It felt more like allowing something deeper to take root, a quiet affirmation of the inner life. A statement, even if only to myself, that I'm aligning more and more with a path centered around Krishna, Seva, and truth. Later I found out that orange, the color orange and the vibration of orange, actually pushes away material energy. And so what was happening this day, 2 or 3 years ago when I wrote this, I was feeling that energy push back. And so for those of you that's been in kirtan and listened to kirtan music and things like that, it'll also push back the material energy. And so it's really interesting how the color orange does that. It was really wild. Yeah. So it was a combination of things. It was pleasing for Krishna, so he was having it feel nice. And on top of that, it was pushing back the material energy, which it still kind of does, which also can feel nice. But yeah, it was several things coming together at once as I look back on it. Alongside that, I've been reflecting on one of my patterns, the habit of leaving too early. Whether in relationships, in places, or in moments that feel uncertain, I often felt the urge to move on before something can fully unfold. Lately, though, I've been more aware of that impulse. I'm learning to pause, breathe, and see what happens if I just stay. There's an interesting contrast here. The orange robe or sweatshirt can represent movement, like the wandering renunciates, the sannyasis, but at the same time it invites stillness and presence. You don't stay long enough, and the experience that wants to happen may not have time to take shape. The connection remains shallow, fleeting, but if you stay too long, especially when you're in the role of serving or supporting a traveling teacher, the energy can shift, fatigue, imbalance, or emotional strain can take over. So I'm learning to find the right rhythm, a flow that's not rushed, but also not clinging. That rhythm comes, I think, with development of healthy detachment, vairagya, rooted in love and not in withdrawal. To be engaged without being entangled, to serve fully without demanding outcomes. This all reminded me of something Sri Prabhupada once said in an interview. He never focused on the results. He simply continued his Krishna Seva with full faith and surrender. That struck me deeply. It's so easy to get caught up in trying to manage or control how things go, but Bhakti is about offering your heart, your actions, your time, and letting Krishna hold the results. So here I am in a $12 sweatshirt, learning to stay when it matters and leave when it's time, and trust in the sacred balance of it all. And that's it for today's blog. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you have a chance, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's super helpful. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.